I got a big mouth. Came out there. I talk from my heart. I'm real. You know what I'm saying? Whatever comes, comes. But my controversy probably. And it's not my fault. I'm trying to find my way in the world. You know, I'm trying to be somebody instead of just make money off everybody. You know what I'm saying? And so I go down paths that haven't been traveled before, and I usually mess up. But I learn, you know what I'm saying? I come back stronger. You know, I'm not talking ignorant, you know what I'm saying? So I obviously put thought into what I do. Your karma, everything that you do bad comes back to you. So anything that I'm doing that's bad, I'm going to have to suffer for it. But in my heart, I think what I'm doing is right. You know what I mean? And I think heaven is just, when you sleep with a good conscience. You don't have nightmares. And hell is...
What's going on, everyone? I'm so happy you decided to join me on this journey called Podcast Life. We will be discussing topics like celebrity gossip, life lesson, politics, and etc. This is a judge-free zone. Think of me as that homegirl that is so down to earth that you feel like you've been knowing for years. Remember, over here at the Boomerang Effect, the motto is never judge a book by its cover before opening it up and reading it. And remember, it's okay to agree to disagree. Just stand on what you're saying. Got it? Period. Please like, comment, share, give feedback, anything to help this podcast grow, because it is a voice for the people. So, love, peace, and unity. Mwah! What's going on, everyone? It is your girl, Queen Quee, and this is the Boomerang Effect. Let's jump right on into it. The topic of today is, do gay people go too far? Part 2, Little Nas Special Edition. And the reason why I did not really want to talk about this subject, just because it was very, when I first heard about this situation, I kind of was like, oh my gosh, like here he go again with another stunt or something like that. I really did not want to even breathe life into the situation, but of course it went viral and everybody was talking about it, and different people had their opinions and stuff, and that's the reason why I did the last topic, which was, do gay people go too far? Because it was kind of like an introduction to this subject, because I have seen a lot of stuff that's going on social media and a lot of different opinions. So before I start the podcast, I do want to let you guys know that the Boomerang Effect, here at the Boomerang Effect, this is a public platform for us. Like, I really encourage people to express their feelings, to have different type of views, and the motto is, you can agree to disagree, but just stand on what you're saying. It's okay to, that if you do not agree with me, everything that I say is not perfect, it's not gold. I'm still in the process of learning. I'm just giving my commentary. So I don't want no one to get offended about anything that I say, because I really do not have nothing against no one. Or, you know what I'm saying, this is not me shooting slugs, because I don't shoot slugs. I go for the head. I'm headshots. You know what I'm saying? I don't stab you in the back. I want you to turn around and let you know, yeah, it's me and it's pressure. I'm just saying. But that's what I just want to say, because I don't really want people to feel like that I have an issue with a certain group of people. So, yes, next, Little Nas came out with a song, and with the song, he came out with some shoes that was titled 666. Yes, let's say it again, 666. And on these shoes, they were supposed to be having like a drop of human blood, a drop of real people human blood in the shoe. Yes, human blood. So you can only imagine the shenanigans, you know what I'm saying, within the whole thing. Now let's get into his video, the music video. Now the music video was very demonic. Not trying to be funny, it was a lot of crazy stuff going on. First of all, he was in a red lace braided wig. Now when I even seen the previews of that, I'm gonna be honest, I did not see the whole video. I only seen clips of the video. And don't get me wrong, I know I probably should have watched a lot of the videos, just watch the video for my commentary, but I am so over the situation in Little Nas. First of all, he had on a lace front red wig. You know what I'm saying? Now, we already know you gay. But one thing about it, brother, you is not for to be letting Shaniqua around the corner lace be more laid than your behind, and you got millions of dollars. You see what I'm saying? And everybody know Don't know dark skinned people. I'm dark skinned, so I don't want nobody talking about this colorism. But don't know dark skinned person, fire red in their head. You know what I'm saying? First of all, we ain't trying to walk around here looking like no meatloaf. We gonna make sure that red complements our chocolate skin. So, it just the wig. It was the wig child by. You know what I'm saying? That wig. And then he had on stripper boots. You didn't have to get the stripper boots in the size 15. He was on the pole. And then on top of that was very disturbing to a lot of people. He was giving Satan, he was giving the devil, someone that was sitting in a chair, he was giving them a lap dance. And, he had dropped from heaven and dropped down into the devil, the pits of hell. And he was up there grinding and, lap dancing the devil. Like he needed that much, he needed to impress him. Like, I don't know if he was trying to go to the VIP to hell or what, but whatever it was like over the top. So of course he had, stripper moves and different type of stuff. And when I seen the clips of it, I was just shaking my head because I'm gonna give you my opinion about the Lil Nas situation. But before I do, let me I'm sorry. Let me go into something that he says. Of course, when he came out with the video and everybody was criticizing, let me give you something that he said. He said, "Dear 14-year-old me, I wrote a song with our name in it. It's about a guy I met last summer. I know we promised to never come out publicly. I know we promised to never be that type of gay person. I know we promised to die with the secret, but this will open doors for many other queer people to simply exist. You see, this is very scary for me. People will be angry. They will say I'm pushing an agenda, but the truth is I am the agenda. Make people say make people stay the F out of other people's lives and stop dictating who they should be. Sydney, you love from the future." So that was him writing to his 14-year-old self. He's only probably, Little Nas could be probably like 20. Let's just say he's 20. He legal. But he was saying basically he was gay since he was 14 at least. And he was making a promise that he'll never come out. He'll keep it to himself, but he's turning into the type of gay person that he said he'll never be. And so he made that public. He basically wrote that out and let it be known that's how he was feeling. Now, my outlook on Little Nas, and this is a honesty thing. I feel like he is a clout chaser. They do anything for clout. They do anything for clout. Yes, I do feel like Little Nas is a clout chaser, and the reason why I say this is because let's just be honest. First of all, a lot of these artists, in my opinion, is not coming out with uh basically talent, the basic talent, far as knowing how to sing. Back in the day, you used to have to know how to sing, dance, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had to look the part. It was so much to do. That's the reason why, if you ever notice, a lot of songs that was in our older generation, they're still popular to this day because they was actually making music and they had people that had raw, uncut talent. And a lot of our generation that's going on, we don't really have too many people to look up to and just to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be playing that, you know what I'm saying, when I'm in my 50 or 60, because you know what I'm saying, we gotta worry about, do we really want to play Throw Baby EA for our when we in our 60s to our grandkids talking about this is music. So it's kind of like when you think about Earth, Wind and Fire, Ron Isley, the Isley brothers, and different type of groups, you know what I'm saying? Even Jodeci, even the groups that was in the 90s, even artists that was like actually coming out, and you had to know how to harmonize Temptations on them. You had to know how to really, make a beat and everything with your voice. They was not playing, you know what I'm saying? The craft of it was way more serious. So that's what I feel like a lot of these artists are out here doing. It's kind of like the streaming world and social media have took them to a next level of clout. And clout is basically attention. Like, oh, I gotta get this attention. I do feel like Little Nas is fearful of being a one-hit wonder. He never wanted to be a one-hit wonder. And I really do feel like when he made that song, the Texas Roadhouse or whatever. I'm sorry, it cannot be Texas Roadhouse. But the country song, he was not prepared for it to take off. So what did he do? And I started prepping a lot of his pattern. First of all, with the Texas sound, he really, that with the country song, he did not think that it would take off the way it did. Then he started saying, well, I'm a country singer. I'm a black man trying to get into the country world. So of course, you know, black people and different people, we begged him because we feel like, well, yeah, he should be there. But even if you listen to that song, Little Nas was in the auto-tune mode. He really never did perform that song live and sounded exactly like, you know what I'm saying, what he was putting out. Now, when he got Miley Cyrus dad on the thing, it really took off even more. But don't get me wrong, it was a success with him on it, but that wasn't his pure talent. Don't, yeah, he's not the only artist that use auto-tune, but you could tell that he was riding the wave. He tried to ride that, oh, I'm a black man trying to get into country music. I love country music. They won't let me in. So then once he did that, and then, you know, people started accepting him for being this type of artist, you know, it was kind of like, okay, what can I do next? Because his next single was coming out. And everybody really did think that he was going to be a one-hit wonder, because let's just be honest, that song was like, you know, gravitated through kids, and kids' attention is like that. Yes, they're going to ride out a song and listen to a song forever, but at the end of the day, the longevity of the situation, it was on the rise of being a one-hit wonder. So what did he do? So scared to be a one-hit wonder and to fall off and never be heard again. He comes out with another song, and then this song, he comes out and basically says he's gay. So now he's playing off the LBGT community. I'm sorry if I did kind of say it wrong, but he's playing off of this community. And I feel like he probably could be a yes, but you know, it's just the simple fact is that he was like, I need another shock value. I need something to make me stand out and to get people talking. So now when I come out with a song, I want to come out with this. And let's just keep it wrong. Real, that's a strong community to come out of, because their support system is through the roof. Do you not know how much, like, when they're on your side, they are the main people that support a lot of your favorite artists. Like, they go over and beyond. They're very generous people. So he knew that him coming out and saying that, yes, he was gonna lose some fans, but then he also was gonna grow so many different people. Not only the people that was out in the open, but people that probably are closet that just love the fact of him being brave enough to come out there and say that. So when him coming out and doing that, I feel like, okay, you know, he came out. So, you know, of course, it was the talk of the town. Everybody was talking about it. So, truth be told, Little Nas has really died down. Like, nobody is checking for him. Nobody was worried about the two songs he pulled out. So, what did he do this time? He comes out with a song, and now he riding the devil, you know what I'm saying, cowgirl and the devil, and giving the devil, throwing that pissy penis all up in his face, and you know what I'm saying, with a bad wig on. This is the type of stuff that I feel like that, okay, bam. Once again, when he comes out, he has to have a shock factor. He has to have something. Him sitting over here talking about, oh, I'm making shoes and I'm worshiping the devil, and these shoes are gonna be called 666 with human blood. Only thing people are doing is talking. So truth be told, they're talking, you know what I'm saying? He's getting known, you know what I'm saying? They're like, you know, putting it out there in the atmosphere. But at the end of the day, he's being known and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like it's backfiring in his face, because the simple fact is that no one is listening to your music. And I noticed that now the first song they did, but the second and third song, nobody's really listening to it. And it's not going just as big as it is, because people are too busy talking about your shenanigans. And you have to understand, he has been doing a lot of stuff to get people talking. A lot of these artists do that. You have 6ix9ine, you have you know, different type of artists. I think Little Pump or whatever. These type of artists, they do stuff to get a shock value. Yes, but you have to understand the public attention span. Anything that is hot right now, or like, say for example, it'll be going on. If you even look at these blogs, they'll tell you a crazy story, a tragic story, and then within the next 2 or 3 minutes, they're posting something else that does have nothing to do with your story. That's how quick news is going. It's going just like that. So truth be told, I feel like y'all artists, some of these artists are doing all this stuff for clout and attention. People are talking, but when it come down to your craft, when it come down to your music, no one is listening to it, because you're talking about your record, and truth be told, people watching your video on mute, showing other people. or they are looking at it, and like you said, say they giving their opinion, but they're not really going back to back to back. They're just, the only time you're getting these probably these views is when they're going back and they just like, well, I want to show you this. But let's just keep it real. A lot of people just gonna tell you what they seen, and you have to go for that. Like, oh yeah, he was doing this, he was doing that, he said this, he said that, and then the person gonna be like, oh, I don't want to see all that. I thank you for letting me know. So it's kind of like, is it worth it? Is it worth you putting yourself out there and sacrificing, you know what I'm saying, your image and your self-respect, knowing that you have family and you have, nieces and nephews and stuff like that? Is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? What's the point? You're willing to pay the price, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to your self-respect and your morals, because now you're losing all morals. I do not feel like that even if he was living in his truth, because he's being gay. Let's just be honest. That's why I separate say, is he going too far? Because at the end of the day, he's been gay. But do I feel like he was the type of, probably the gay person that would feel comfortable enough to do lap dances and strip and all this type of stuff and do all this type of demonic stuff and feel comfortable with doing it? Who's to say? It could be true or not. But yeah, I would love to hear you guys' opinions about the situation, because of course, just to fast forward the situation, now he came out with the shoes, and a lot of people was upset because it's kind of like, once again, I hate to say it, but for him to be a black young man, I hate for him to be the spokesperson to go against, you know what I'm saying, the Christians or the religion part of it. Because at the end of the day, it's kind of like, it's a mockery. And I feel like with any other religion and stuff like that, these artists I already know don't even play like that. Rihanna stood up there and gave an apology immediately when she offended the Muslims, because her Savage Fenty clothing line on her runway, she had played some music, Muslim music. So they went in on her, and it was kind of like she hurried up and apologized, because at the end of the day, they like, well, we got women in our country, they can't even show nothing but their eyeballs, but you got this song playing and these women parading up and down the runway in lingerie. No. And it was kind of like she hurried up and apologized and made sure that it was right. And it's kind of like with our religion, not even when it comes down to our religion or our skin color, it's like we'll do anything for clout. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about the other people and the reputation or whatever. I'm just gonna do this because I know for a fact this gonna make me money. And so the shoe is being pulled off the thing because Nike set up and said that they did not agree with it. They don't know where he came from, baby. They said he went to a chop shop in China and hooked up. And you know how the people be up there doing all on Wish and Lovely Wholesale, baby. He went up over there and got that logo and slapped it on there. Which at first a lot of people was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, how do Nike, a big corporation, let something like this bypass them?" So you telling me he just randomly used y'all logo and was gonna charge over $1,000 for a shoe, and y'all was not gonna say nothing, or y'all was not aware of that? I do call BS, because I feel like Nike is a big corporation, and that's not like it's like a rinky dinky old type of stuff. It's kind of like you guys have been around for over 31 years, 32, what, over 30 years, period. So how do y'all let something like this slip over y'all eyes with a man that is a public figure that has won many awards? How did that slide by? I really do feel like that Nike is full of BS. I feel like that the reason why that they do not agree with it, because they stocks have been dropping. And then on top of that, a lot of people are going up against them because they don't like the fact of this shoe. So therefore Nike like, listen, we our name is Bit It and we ain't in it. You know what I'm saying? Get our logo off of there. We don't agree with it. Don't sell another shoe with that logo and stuff like that. So that was kind of weird to me when Nike, you know what I'm saying, came out and said that they didn't know nothing about it. It just looked very suspicious. I said, that's crazy. So yeah, the shoes was supposed to come out on March the 29th. Of course, they said it sold out as soon as it came out. It was the shoes cost $1,018. I'm talking about $1,000 and 18 cents for a shoe that had human blood. It was called "The Internet is Outraged Over Little Nas X Shoe Collaboration of the Satan Shoes." Printed on the shoe is a Bible verse, Luke 10:18, and each shoe contains a drop of human blood. On the side of the shoe is the 666 symbol that is associated with Satan. What are your thoughts? Man, when I tell you, I just thought that was the most craziest, weirdest thing that you could sit up here and do. And then you talking about the human blood and we going through COVID. Now I want to know what human. Now is you at the what is that place? The plasma, what's that plasma? Is you at the plasma center and taught them to give you all the spare blood up there? Cause I just want to know what human blood is gonna sit up here and you telling me when I walk around and you like, hey, you see that? That's somebody blood. What? Excuse me? This is different from us wearing some doggone Indian hair from across the country. These women don't mind sitting over here selling a bundle or two, you know what I'm saying, versus it being human blood. That is so disgusting to me. And we dealing with a whole COVID and a pandemic, and we telling folks to stay 6 feet away from us, and this fool sitting over here putting blood in folks' shoes, talking about some, yeah, we're worshiping the devil. Let's do that. Like, what type of ironic thing is that? And I just think that is just so, that was just so careless. That's why I was saying, like, is it going too far? Do you feel like that he went too far when it came down to this situation? I do. And I just feel like he's in that state of mind where he wants a lot of attention. He even came out, even after all this, and he was getting backlash. And he was just like, well, you guys, I try to hide it with a lot of jokes or whatever, but it's starting to get to me. You know what I'm saying? Now it's starting to really affect me. But it's kind of like it's starting to affect you. But how do you think that that affected a lot of people? You know what I'm saying? And then we know we have kids. And people's like, well, I'm not making songs which for your kids. And you should monitor what your kids listen to and watch and stuff like that. But let's just be honest. We know back in the day, I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I was in the 6th or 7th grade screaming out to the window, to the wall, to the walls, to the sweat drop down my balls. All these bitches. What? So at the end of the day, we don't know. I don't care how overprotective you can be when it come down to your kids. You see what I'm saying? But you have to be careful, and somebody made a good point about that. You have to be careful with somebody coming to the industry trying to basically thrive off of kids, because you was doing these songs, you was performing them songs not in no club, not in no old school clubs. You was performing that song in auditoriums, you see what I'm saying, gyms and stuff like that. So your crowd, that really, the people that really got you and your fan base, that got you to #1 on the Billboard charts, was those kids, because they was bugging their parents and wanting you to come and perform at their schools and at their parties and stuff like that. So your fan base was kids. So it's very crazy how you feel like that you want to go in on appearance, but when you were trying to get your foot in the door, your whole thing was, let me get through the door with the kids. And because you knew that that was a good mindset. So how do you think that feels when a little boy sit up here and you wanted him, he was looking at you and listening to your song about being a cowboy, and he loved the song, then turn around, you sitting over here with a wet or red, bad, nappy, braided lace wig, and then you in some Daisy Dukes with some stripper shoes, and you giving somebody a lap dance, you giving the devil a lap dance. How do you think that feels? But you'll do anything for money. You'll do anything for attention. And that's why I separate say, is it going too far? You know what I'm saying? Is the gay community, do they go too far when it come down to over sexualizing? And when it come down to us speaking it or feeling like it's wrong, then we are in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like people, you don't agree? Well, you homophobic. No, I'm not homophobic, but I do feel like it should not be a double standards when it come down to sexualizing different situations. Because somebody made a point, like y'all have an issue with two gay people kissing on the screen, or you know what I'm saying, or them making a cartoon with two gay people being in the couple, and they making it like a cartoon or whatever for Disney Channel. But then y'all turn around, y'all don't feel y'all. What about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? That sounds like a train to me. What you in that house for? You know what I'm saying? What about Cinderella? You know what I'm saying? She kissed the prince. All these Disney characters and stuff like that. Granted, they kissed and they had a kiss, an on-screen kiss, but it was with a man. So at the end of the day, you have to understand that it does look kind of crazy where people want to speak out about gay people being over sexualized, but then at the same time, it's a lot of over sexualized, you know what I'm saying, straight people that is doing the same thing. But Yeah, I just really do feel like Lil Nas was doing a lot of stuff for clout. I feel like he's doing a lot of stuff for attention. I do not feel like this song is going nowhere, which is crazy, you guys, because I'm just being honest with you. I have not heard not one lyric. I have not heard nobody even break down exactly what his song is about. This boy could be talking about, you know what I'm saying, like encouraging people or talking about, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, I'm sorry, I said it a lot. I'm working on it, you guys. But this dude is basically not getting his talent through. And I feel like that he knows that he don't know how to sing. He knows that he don't know how to rap. He knows he barely know how to dance. That's the reason why he had to go to stripping classes, because he feel like, well, if I'm gonna learn how to dance, I'm gonna do something crazy. But look how you are degrading yourself in the process. You know what I'm saying? You're doing anything to stay relevant. And therefore, when you pay that price, you're dancing with the devil. And that's the last thing you want to do, is keep dancing with the devil. And then with stuff down, you dealing with depression because, oh my God, I try to hide it with jokes, you guys, but it is starting to get to me. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is serious, but then was you thinking about that when you decide to put that out there in the atmosphere? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you think about stuff like that? Do you honestly think that parents and stuff like that was going to feel comfortable with their kids listening to a song like that? And then you're bluntly coming out and saying you representing anybody. It's a free, you can have a freedom of speech of however you feel. That's not the issue. It's just the fact of stand on what you're saying. That's the motto over here at Boomerang Effect. Stand on what you're saying. Because at the end of the day, you doing it to sit over here and fit in and to get attention. Oh, that means you ain't secure. You see what I'm saying? That means that you ain't bringing that pressure. You ain't ready for all that, because you best to believe anything that I stand for, when it come down to my beliefs, when it come down to my rights, when it come down to my kids or my family, whatever, I'm standing in that. I'm standing in my truth, and can't nobody, you know what I'm saying, make me flip flop, double tap, you know what I'm saying, and backpedal, unless you come with some real knowledge. But you best believe I'm gonna stand 10 toes ground. So please, you guys, leave likes, comments, share. Let me know what you guys think about the situation. Do you feel like that he went too far, or do you feel like that, hey, you know what I'm saying, it's a part of expressing himself, and you feel like he was in his right, like he was in his rights, like you wish you would have seen more, or you wish you can see more of stuff like that? Please leave a message. I do have a message button for you guys. On that message button you can leave a voicemail, so therefore you can like leave a recording of you talking and stuff like that, and it'll get sent to me. I will not put it on air unless you want me to, but you don't have to leave your name. You can even leave it anonymous. Just tell me anytime on any one of my podcasts that you listen to, tell me what you think about the podcast. Like I say, I'm all open for criticism or just your opinion. So do not feel like that just because I said something is golden. I mean, I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying, but I'm worth the picture. I ain't picture perfect, but I'm worth the picture. Nah, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. That's all for today's topic. Love you, Unity. Mwah.